Hello boys and girls, guys and gals, it's your friend King Jiffy Coates, and today we're talking about Deathloop, a game I have been dying to get into because of my love of the Dishonored series. Yes, it's by the same people, only this game has everything in it that the Dishonored games do, except for good story, interesting maps, great world building. Basically, this game is about a time loop. That's it. It's a time loop on where you go and do a fetch quest, start over, go to a loading screen menu, do it again with mediocre shooting. I don't know, man. Here's the thing, right? I always liked the shooting in the Dishonored games and thought when this game was coming out, I had a part of me that was like all titillated and juiced up on Mountain Dew, was like, I'm going to love this game. It's going to be like Arcane Studios. They're doing their what's the game called? Wolfenstein. They're doing their goddamn Wolfenstein, and I'm going to experience a more modernized version of Dishonored with guns. And if you know anything about me, you know I love guns. But the problem with this, and it isn't even the multiplayer aspects of this game, because I think those are actually pretty cool. Could you imagine Dishonored, but there was another dude that popped into your map randomly at any time that was just gonna show up and stick his little Dishonored weapon right up your urethra? That would be insane and fun and amazing. But instead of doing that, instead of making a game that had like cool world building, different, where the levels like moved into each other and it felt like it was a progressive thing, no, this game's held back by a time loop, just like Ocarina of Time, which is not Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, which is the worst part of that garbage ass game, is the fact that you're stuck on a time loop. I mean, time loop movies are 50-50, either completely garbage or Groundhog Day. Yeah, that's it. Completely garbage or Groundhog Day. And this is not Groundhog Day. This is tier loot system bullshit. And the fact that this game got a 10 out of 10 bothers me deep down inside, because there's games like Terminator Resistance that get up there, do the work, make the fun, and instead this game is a confusing slog of nothingness, of fetch quests, of finding hints to the world, and it's not even fun. I don't know. I wanted this to be good, and the worst part about it, I think that it's holding it back, is like the tiered loot system. Why couldn't you just balance the weapons and make them fun to find and make things interesting? No. I need a tiered loot system, and a game really not built for a tiered loot system, because that makes sense. Today on things that are absolutely garbage, Alex, we're gonna do Deathloop. I would rather play some of the games that are like 5. I would rather play Postal 4 than this game. I tried time and time again. I jump into it. I kill some enemies. I even turned it to where I have unlimited like death loops, loopy doops, bounce backaroos skis, to where I don't feel like I have to restart the level a million times, because the game is pretty challenging, but it's challenging because the game tricks you into thinking it's a shooter, but it's a stealth game like it wants to be Dishonored, but instead of being Dishonored, it's worse. They didn't balance the stealth well like Dishonored, they didn't do the shooting good like a game like Wolfenstein, which it feverishly wants to be Wolfenstein. And you know what's sad? The main protagonist in this game is mildly interesting. He's got some charm. Some of the writing in this game is pretty good. The fact that somebody can invade your world, and she's got a thick booty. All good things. All progressing the right direction. Could have been cool. But instead, you made a game where you do one thing, go back to a goddamn loading screen simulator, like I don't know, it's like a save screen, and then after you do that, you go back and do it again and again, and instead of just picking up the thing and going to the screen, you gotta run all the way back to the beginning every single time, instead of just like freely exploring this world. So the worst part about it is you never feel like you actually get to that exploration of like the past Arcane games. Instead, you're on a track. You run forward, do the thing, run back. Deathloop. You loop to death, and then you do it again. And then random words come and tell you stuff, and sometimes they're cheeky and clever, and the other times you're like, I don't want to talk to you, leave me alone, you stupid ghost letters. There's really nothing in this game that really jumps out and says, I'm great and I deserve a 10 out of 10. It's functionally okay. All the mechanics work well, okay? Like, basically all the old tricks in the book. You got Blink, you got all the other garbage that you could possibly have in a arcane style game. And you have guns now, and the guns feel okay. They're not terrible, they're not great, they're goofy looking. Some of the world building would have been nice if they would have stuck with it, but instead it's like they were like, okay, we're gonna do like a wacky 60s theme. Like that weird game, what was it? We Happy Few. Ooh, look how quirky we are. It's the 60s. Flower power. But instead of actually rolling with that, you put me on an ice level. Everything feels like it feels like a bad James Bond game. I don't know. I wanted to get into this. I wanted to jump right in, like swim my way through the fun of an arcane shooter. I was excited. This was a game that I really wanted to play. But instead, I'm looking at loading screens. I'm looking at Deathloop, the Deathloop logo over and over again to go back to this main screen. Why do I need to go back to this main screen? To watch him wave to me and say, "Oh, I'm so great. Oh, look at me go. Fist bump in the air. I'm really fisting you. This is great. Really breaking barriers down by fisting. Oh, I got a purple gun and a bunch of purple shit that I don't even care about. Oh man, look, time changed. Oh, time's moving in the time menu. Menus in time. Ooh, we're loading back into another level. Is it the same ice world? Yeah, it's the same ice world. Did you expect anything different from a game that was told it was the greatest thing of all time? Yes, I actually did. And this is why I don't look at review scores. Because sometimes, like games like Gungrave Gore, absolutely fantastic. Kill a lot of people, shoot them in the face, shoot them in the butt, shoot them in the toes. And then this game, loading screen, challenge or menu selector, the game with a little bit of shooting and some teleportation where another chick comes in and says, "I have a bigger vagina than you do, I'm gonna kill you." That is how I feel about this game. I don't know. It was like, oh, kick the boards. Look how cool I am. I can kick boards. Ooh, I got a gun. I don't know. It just, nothing really felt cool about this game. And it sucks because, like, the weapon designs look cool. The like, attitude of this game's got it. It's attitudistic. It's got some fun. But at the end of the day, the fact that I feel like I'm always in a menu, the fact that I'm always picking up garbage loot, the fact that people are carrying around a single-shot shotgun. Why do you carry around a single-shot shotgun? Nobody uses a single-shot shotgun after they're a child. Put 2 barrels on that son of a bitch. It makes no sense. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed my quick little rundown of a game that is incredibly overhyped, incredibly overrated, and honestly, I didn't enjoy that much. Loopity-doop. Look at I'm going back. Alright, guys. Catch you later. I love you. Subscribe, comment, like. Catch you later.